Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. We are going to discuss now the equivalent fractions. It states here that equivalent fractions are the fractions that have different numerator and denominator, but are equal to the same value. For example, 2/4 and 3/6 both are equal to 1/2. Hence, they are equivalent in nature. These fractions represent the same proportion of the whole. As you can see here in this figure, this is a strips halves figure because from the whole being divided into two parts, again into two parts each part, and so on. But this kind of figure can be modified depending on the fractions that you're going to illustrate. Following our example, we have there the 2/4. Okay, let's illustrate where the 2/4 is. Okay, in this strip having four parts, the 2/4 is here. Okay, that's the 2/4 in that area. The 3/6, okay, this one. As you can see, these two fractions has the same length or the same dimension, and also the 1/2. These three fractions are of the same sizes. And that's why they are called equivalent fractions. Now, moving forward, let's have this definition of equivalent fractions. So it states here, equivalent fractions state that two or more than two fractions are said to be equal if both results are the same fraction after simplification. Let us say A over B and C over D are two fractions. After the simplification of these fractions, both result in equivalent fraction, say E over F. Then they are equal to each other. Okay, for example, the equivalent fraction of 1/3 is 5 over 15. Because if we simplify 5 over 15, then the resulted fraction is the same. Okay, let's show how to simplify, okay? So 5 over 15. So now we are going to find the common factor of 5 and 15. And the common factor will be divided to the numerator and the denominator. So the common factor of 5 and 15 the highest of that is 5. Okay. And also it is the lowest. Okay. no other common factor for 5 over 15 aside from 5. So dividing 5 by 5, we got 1, and 15 divided by 5 is 3. So therefore, 5 over 15 is equivalent or equal to 1/3. Now, looking here at this figure, we have here two circles being divided into several parts. The first one being divided into 2 parts, the second one into 4 parts. So out of 2 parts, one part is being shaded, so this represents the one part out of 2 parts, or 1/2. The second one, 2 parts out of 4 parts, is 2/4. Okay, so following the same illustration of the previous example, so 2/4 is a composite number, so meaning there's still a common factor to this that we are going to divide to both the numerator and the denominator. So the common factor, or the GCF, the greatest common factor, is 2. So dividing both the numerator and denominator by that GCF, or greatest common factor, so we have here 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So it shows here that 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2, or 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4. Either way, they mean the same thing. Now, moving forward, let's look at this question here. The biggest question here can be, why do they have equal values despite of having different numbers? The answer to this question is that as the numerator and denominator are not co-prime numbers, therefore they have a common multiple, which on division given an exactly the same value. Okay, this sounds grammatically incorrect, okay, but what it says here, that the word not co-prime numbers, meaning the fractions or numbers being compared are not all prime numbers. One might be a prime number and the rest are composite numbers, so that they can be compared and can be proved that they are equivalent by having that common multiple, or what we have said earlier, the GCF, the greatest common factor. Okay, let's take this example. So example here, we have here 1/2 is equal to 2/4 is equal also to 4/8. But it is clearly seen that the above fractions have different numerators and denominators. Okay, so numerators and denominators are unique, are different. Dividing both numerator and denominator by their common factor, or their GCF, the greatest common factor, we have here for the 4, 8, the greatest common factor is 4. Okay, 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. It shows here that the fraction 4/8 is equivalent or equal to 1/2. Okay. In the same way, if we simplify 2/4, again, we get 1/2. So the GCF, or greatest common factor, of 2/4 is 2. Okay, dividing that by the numerator divided by 2 is 1. The denominator 4 divided by 2 is 2. So it shows that 2/4 is equal or equivalent to 1/2. Therefore, these three fractions are equivalent. Okay, I hope that sounds clear.